act first, think later, especially when it comes to business.
Now I will be putting all my energy into the wellness.
We think a good day starts the night before. So your mood, your energy, your digestion, just how you show up in the world starts the night before.
Now heavy metal is everywhere, no?
Yeah.
That's a big concern of many people.
Everything I do in my life is a depiction of my products.
How do you balance your business and modeling?
He calls me the bad news bears every day. Because I come home with a new thing that he can't do.
Right?
Never stop learning, don't dim your sparkle and go for it.
Collaborations with major brands, thousands of loyal followers. Today, we unveil the secrets of Chelcie May and how she became super successful in wellness industry. Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Chelsea, you're beautiful, smart, and successful. Let's talk about your journey.
So yes, welcome. My name is Chelcie May. I am a model, content creator, functional health coach. I specialized in gut health and hormones, and I'm the founder of SeraMattina, which we're here to talk about today.
Let's go. Chelsea, where we are.
This is where we make our SeraMattina products.
It's beautiful. So how you came up with this name?
So SeraMattina means morning and evening in Italian. Mattina meaning morning, Sera meaning evening. I kind of flipped it that way because we think a good day starts the night before. So your mood, your energy, your digestion, just how you show up in the world starts the night before. So SeraMattina. And Italian because my fiance is Italian. So I'm very immersed in the Italian culture. And they're just very effortlessly healthy over there. And that's something that I pride SeraMattina on, is just being effortlessly healthy.
What are your products?
So we have our first two products that we launched was Glow With Your Gut and Rest and Digest. Glow With Your Gut is a multibiotic, so a pre-pro and postbiotic, and has a bunch of other amazing botanicals for glowing skin, ceramides, astaxanthin, green tea extract. And then our PM Rest and Digest is for sleep, stress, cortisol levels, and digestion. So we have an enzymatic blend. So you go to bed, you wake up, you feel light, you feel refreshed. We have a hydrolyzed collagen peptide, grass-fed, pasture-raised, with some hyaluronic acid in there. And then we have our newest product, which is Daily Chill, which is a daily supplement for cortisol balance, nervous system regulation with ashwagandha, just to help you ease into the world a little better. Yeah.
And you're going to keep growing, I guess. It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. We're producing more and more products. But yeah, we launched about 1 year ago. So yeah.
So what is the goal for your brand? How do you see yourself in 5 years?
Definitely expanding into other territories in the wellness world. I definitely want to continue with creating really trusted quality products for the next couple of years. And then who knows where it will go, but I am really passionate about creating and sharing non-toxic, clean living with my community. So I would love to eventually have my own products where I could just recommend all of my own, whether it be like body care, skin care, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's important. Nowadays we have so many products around us, but which one to choose? That's the problem.
Yeah.
And we don't know how to read the labels, like all these chemicals and the ingredients which we're not familiar with. So we need to do lots of homework. You see, I know you personally and I trust you and I look at you, you're beautiful. And I'm sure your community following your advices and your product going to be super successful. And it is, right?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we've had a very great first year, and that's definitely something. I have a lot of people come to me, trusting the products I vet and what I recommend. There's a lot of amazing apps out there now too that actually you can type in product names and find out where they scale on the EWG verified scale. Have you heard of the EWG?
No.
Just kind of tells you what toxins are in your products and how clean they are. But there's a lot of good resources now out there. I think it's getting easier and easier for us to navigate the product world, I think.
And what about the vitamin world? Or there is nothing like that yet?
Supplement world is a little tricky. That was one thing when starting SeraMattina. It was really important to me. I had a lot of friends asking me, what supplements do you take? Which ones do you recommend? And I was recommending all of these different products from a bunch of different brands. And I never truly loved the quality. I was always like this one has fillers in it. This one has, ingredients that you don't understand and you don't know where they're sourcing them from. It's not third-party tested. But I was recommending them because people wanted suggestions. As a certified functional health coach, I think that kind of backed up my, education. And so after I was recommending all of these products to everybody, I realized that everyone had the same concerns. It was glowing skin. They wanted glowing, youthful skin. And digestion, number one, bloating, gut health. I mean, it's very trendy and it's very important. And also balanced hormones. That was a big one too. And deep sleep. So I started kind of like crafting all of these things together and realizing that there's a lot of common, complaints and concerns from everyone, every woman that I talk to. And so that's where I started my first two products, the Glow With Your Gut and Rest and Digest. They're multifunctional. They kind of check all the boxes for all the things you need. And I made sure that they're all filler free. We don't use any filler. We use organic New Flow rice hull, which is an organic patented product. Helps the product flow better, helps it digest better. A lot of other products and brands use microcrystalline cellulose, I think is how you pronounce it. And it's wood chips, wood pulp, for example, just to help the agent flow better. And for me, I just wanted to nix all of those things that could be gut disruptors, that could get in the way of the absorption of the quality of the product that we're giving. And, a lot of things aren't third-party tested. They don't go into a lab like we're in right now that tests for microidentity, that the product that's coming in is truly what it says it is. Like, this is vitamin C. Of course, we source from quality sources and trusted sources, but you still run it through a machine, make sure that it shows up the right way. And then it goes through a whole other round of testing for microbiology, for yeast, for E. coli, for mold, that can be hidden in a lot of products from the way it's, cut and processed and the crops it comes from. And then it goes into heavy metal testing as well in the lab here for the top 5 heavy metals.
Yeah, now heavy metal is everywhere, no? That's a big concern of many people.
Heavy metals are in everything, and it's kind of, you can't really escape it. There's heavy metals in natural occurring food, even organic food, in the soil, in the earth, in the water, and everywhere. So you just have to do your due diligence to make sure you're going through vetted sources that care about this stuff, that makes sure it's in the safe quantity,
Okay, you're taking the supplements, you're taking vitamins, but you don't eat well, right?
Yeah.
Your lifestyle, it's not gonna be a benefit, right? So I think it should be in combination of very healthy lifestyle plus supplements and vitamins. So what is your routine? What is your daily routine? What time you wake up? What time you go sleep?
Yeah, that's something we really, emphasize within SeraMattina, that these are not a crutch. These are not going to make you feel amazing overnight if you're not doing all the other things.
Yeah.
Supplements are supposed to fill a gap of what's not working in your, in your healthy lifestyle. And you can go through, nutritionists and doctors to find out what gaps you need to fill.
Yeah, very important. Not just prescribe to yourself, okay, why don't I take zinc today? No, it should be with the testing, correct testing.
Yes, if you're taking thing in your full daily dose, there's a lot of vitamins out there that are 100% of your daily vitamin C, 100% of your daily zinc. If you have a multifunctional vitamin, for example, ours, we have zinc in our morning AM supplement. I wouldn't say that if you take our AM supplement that you need to go and, get your blood work done to make sure that it fills all the gaps. It's something that should effortlessly fit into your lifestyle. It should make you feel good. You shouldn't be worried about what you're taking. It's also very hard to overdose on a supplement. A lot of people are very scared when it comes to taking supplements. They think that they're taking too much of one thing, or how are they going to feel? Of course, if you're very involved in health and wellness, you can go and get your blood work done and see where you need certain vitamins and minerals. But overall, taking a multifunctional trusted vitamin you should be okay. But that being said, back to the lifestyle thing.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that you're eating whole foods, prioritizing organic foods, making sure you're getting a good amount of sleep.
Sleep is important.
Sleep is very important.
How many hours you sleep per day?
I sleep 7 to 8. I would like 8 to 9. Yeah. I would prefer 8 to 9, but I sleep 7 to 8. The sleep is very important. Movement's very important. Even if it's just walking, you don't have to go crazy and lift weights and run a marathon, but walking, moving your body, eating whole foods, getting sunlight in the morning. I try to wake up at 6 a.m.,
Okay.
That's my goal.
So you go sleep at what time?
10:30.
10:30. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then get up at 6. So that's why I would like 8 to 9, but then I got to go to bed at 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
So it's a little too early.
What time you have a dinner?
6:30.
It's perfect time.
Yeah. My fiance doesn't get home until 8:30 from work, so I'm usually eating by myself and then reheating his and just talking.
Yeah.
I can't eat at 9 o'clock at night. I know some people do, but
He's from Italy.
Yeah.
So when is he?
Maybe it's the culture, right?
Yeah, of course. European, they like to eat.
I know. That's what he tells me every time I tell him, and he's just like, I'm Italian. We eat late. Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Canada. So what about Canada?
We probably eat at like 5 p.m. because it gets dark at like 6.
Ah, that's a good point.
Yeah, because it's so cold. You're just like, you eat at like 5:30.
And then go sleep.
It's called supper there.
How do you like living in Miami?
I love it. The weather is definitely a lot better. I love the wellness community here too. And there's a lot of cool people to connect with, especially in entrepreneurship and wellness. There's a lot of amazing women that I've met here.
Actually, that's how I met you.
Yeah, at a very cool event.
But I heard about you before that. I remember once I was looking on Instagram of Just Be Queen, and it's a very cool brand from Miami. And I saw you, and you was everywhere. And I'm like, wow, she's probably the main model for them. Yeah. And when I saw you at the event, at the health event, I came to you and we got connected.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a great event for connecting and everything like that. But
so you're saying that the health community in Miami is growing and it's amazing. Yeah. So what you recommend for people like who just moved to Miami or who want to be part of this? Where to start? Which events to attend?
So I think obviously finding your neighborhoods. You know, what neighborhoods you like to like hang out in. I'm a Sunset Harbor girl. I like Sunset Harbor. All the great studios are there. Finding good workouts you like, and of course, meeting people there at cafes. I think there's a really good, healthy living community here in Miami. Of course, you hear of Miami, I don't think you always think of wellness, right? You don't think of wellness. There's like a whole other side. I feel like there's two different worlds. But there is a really strong wellness community here. I mean, you look around and everybody just looks amazing. Everyone's working out, getting smoothies, getting coffees. And there's always cool wellness events to go to here. I don't know how you would typically find them, but I think on like all those event forums, there's so many cool events, even too if you're into spirituality. Full moon workshops on the beach. We have the beach here. I mean, people go and do yoga on the beach at sunrise or meditate on the beach or sunset. So I think there's a lot of cool ways to like get out in nature and surround yourself with like good people that care about wellness as well.
What do you do for workout?
What do I do for workout? I do a bunch of different things. I like to switch it up. I get bored very easy. Yeah, but I always do hot yoga. And
I love hot yoga. It's super good for you.
Yeah, hot yoga is a must for me. I practice that like once or twice a week, and then I do weight training with a trainer. And then I like rotate in like a Pilates, a reformer, or a mat Pilates, stuff like that. Tennis, paddle. I just started playing paddle.
Oh, so you're cool.
I'm part of the club, the paddle club now.
No, now it's a booming thing in Miami.
It's fun though. It's a social activity. You know, workout. So
no, I got used to it. You know, at the beginning I was like, paddle, but now actually I like it. Yeah. Because when you know the rules, you already play like 30, 40 times. Yes, and too much. Like I don't want to be too competitive, you know, getting upset over the game. Yeah. But unfortunately, that's what's happening.
Yeah, I know. I'm very competitive, so I like it.
So how long do you live in Miami?
Around 7 years now. Yeah.
And before?
I lived in California for a little bit, New York, but I've been in the U.S. for around 10 years.
So what is your favorite place in the U.S.?
In the U.S.? Well, to live, Miami, for sure.
Why? Because California also very healthy, conscious.
Too big for me. Yeah, it's too big for me. Everything's so spread out. I do love the wellness, like healthy lifestyle out there. But I like that Miami's small. I'm from a small town, or a smaller town, I'd say. So I like that everybody kind of knows everybody. If you go to a workout class, you're like, hey, you know.
Well, you see Miami by neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
Generally speaking, it's huge. And I remember Miami 10 years ago, maybe more. You go to Zuma and you see everybody. Now you go to places and I don't know anybody. No, it's very spread out. Now we have so many places and so many choices. When I go out, I don't see anybody.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
That's my point is Miami is so spread out also. You never know where to go to see your friends.
We've had a lot of new places pop up. A lot of new restaurants.
Yeah.
But it does feel smaller to me. Smaller in a sense that...
Yeah, because you hang out in probably one area.
Yeah. I don't know. Design districts, great. A lot of people around there, a lot of good restaurants.
What is your favorite spots for the food?
For food? Where's my favorite? I love Boya Day. Have you been to Boya Day? Boya Day is great. I like La Naturale. I like Cote for some steak.
Yeah, Cote is great.
God, there's so many new places I've tried. Entrenos, it's a great one. Aoko for sushi.
Okay.
Yeah, but I eat at home a lot.
Yeah, so you cook?
Yeah, I cook a lot. I cook almost every single meal, other than on the weekends we go out. Yeah, I go out for food.
No, the home cooking is the safest what you can do for yourself, right?
I like
for your health.
I like my food the best too. If I don't know what I feel like, I know I can make it. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just make it at home.
So when you moved to US, you were a model, right?
Yeah.
That's how you started your career?
Yeah.
Or you started back in Canada?
I started modeling in Canada. Yeah, so I've been modeling since I was like 16 or 17. I was modeling there. I went to college, and then I got my US visa approved, and I left immediately.
That was your dream?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. I was modeling in Canada. You can only kind of go so far. You can only do so much.
Yeah.
I was living in Toronto at the time, and then New York was like my dream to get to. And I got my visa approved, and I went right to New York.
And how was your modeling career?
It's great. Yeah, I still model currently. Yeah.
So how do you balance your business and modeling? Because it's constantly castings, right? To be on top of
It's not really castings anymore,
No.
actually. Yeah, actually, since COVID, it's changed a lot.
digital.
It's changed a lot. And
There's a lot of time.
yeah, and things are very direct books. So you just book a job rather than having to go to a casting. I think that also comes with experience too. You know, when you're starting out and you're in the beginning, the clients want to meet you and they want to kind of see how you do in front of the camera or do some photos. But once you kind of like get a good client base and you build your career, you don't really have to go to castings anymore.
But modeling is a good career.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it still is great and I love it, but it's definitely not my passion.
So would you recommend, if you have a daughter, would you recommend her to be a model?
That's a good question. If she wanted to. If she wanted to. But I don't know if I would push it
Yeah.
on her, yeah.
It put you lots of pressure on you?
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on you. I think it's a career as someone like myself. I like to work. I like knowing where I'm going. I like putting effort into my life and into my passions and careers. And with modeling, it felt very out of my hands. Like, you know, it's your fate and your success is in the hands of other people.
Yeah.
You know, whether they like you for that job or you're the right look for this campaign. And it's not anything insulting against you. It just could be something that they're not looking for. So as someone that likes to kind of like have control and know what I'm doing and know how to like take it to the next level, it felt very like debilitating.
Yeah.
So I always knew I wanted to have my own thing, that I had control over, that I knew where I was going to take it, how I was going to form it.
At what moment you decided, okay, now I will be putting all my energy into the wellness? At what moment in your life?
I was always kind of into wellness. And it wasn't until I decided to enroll into the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. It's an online health coaching school out of New York. It's like a year and a bit program. And then I also did their continued education in gut health and hormones. So I was with them doing programs for like 3 years. I just learned more and more. And I just started loving it more and more. And the more I learned about it, the more I like dove into it and just kind of like was sleeping and breathing wellness. And yeah, I mean, I just always kind of knew I wanted to have my own company. I just wasn't sure what.
Yeah.
And supplements is the direction I went.
So this is your beautiful product. I love the packaging.
Thank you. Yeah, that's our hydrolyzed collagen peptide. That one's been through the ringer a little bit. Yeah, this is our hydrolyzed collagen peptides. This is one of our latest products that we launched.
I need it.
Yeah, you do. Not this one. We'll get you a better one. It also has hyaluronic acid in here as well. This is our bestseller. It's amazing.
How much is it?
This retails for $54.99. Yeah.
How is it difficult to get into the retail, to the stores, to carry your brand? What do you see? Is it difficult? Because if you don't have a brand...
We're only in a few small wholesalers. We are a very D2C company at the moment. We're a year old, so we're only 1 year into business. And my priority was to stay D2C for as long as I can, just because I'm very passionate about my branding and the quality. And I feel like once you kind of get into wholesale and you start scaling larger quantities for not just your personal selling, you can have large quantities there, but for giving grocery stores and giving wholesalers large quantities, I'm still at the point where I want to kind of control how my product is perceived and marketed. So I think I see us in the next year or so going into bigger wholesale grocery stores and retailers, which will be very exciting. It's definitely a lot, but we do sell wholesale right now to cute boutiques online and wholesales that I know have a good representation and believe in quality products. So I know that our products are sitting beside other good products.
Guys, what about you? Are you take any supplements or vitamins? Leave the comment below this video. So when is your wedding?
September this year.
Oh my God, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Are you prepared?
You could say that. We're just kind of getting started.
How long you been dating?
We have been dating for about 5.5 years.
Where did you meet?
In Miami, through friends.
Through friends.
Nothing super exciting, no dating app, just through friends.
Okay, so he's Italian.
He was born in Italy, yes, till he was about 5 or so, and then they moved here.
What he does?
He's an entrepreneur. He has a fashion brand called Blue Scarpa. They make shoes, jewelry, a bunch of things. He's also like a creative. He loves art, so all that world.
So he supports you in everything what you do in your business?
He does. I mean, I've had to make some changes over time in his diet, stuff like that. I think when I came into his life, I was like, he calls me the bad news bears every day. Because I come home with a new thing that he can't do.
Yeah. He's like, what's
He's
next?
like, oh, bad news bears is back. Because I'm like, nope, no more this cereal. You have to take your phone out of your pocket. And like, the EMF, I go crazy.
What about sleeping habits? Like, don't charge your phone next to your bed?
Or we both charge our phone next to our bed, sadly.
Oh, I'm surprised.
I know. There's some things, you have your vices, right?
Yeah. So why Italy? Because he's from there and he said, let's do it in Italy.
Yes, he's from Torino, so we're doing it outside of Torino in Piemonte, wine country, so it'll be beautiful. Not too big, just with our closest friends and family. And
You already chose your dress?
I did.
Oh, is it like a princess or more?
It's a princess dress. I didn't think I was going to be a princess girl because I'm not like a girly girl.
Yeah.
But then as soon as I was trying them all on, I was like, when am I ever like getting the chance to wear something like this again?
Absolutely.
So I went with the princess vibe.
Oh, amazing.
I know, I'm very excited.
Oh, I'm excited for you. So if you don't have work one day and you don't have nothing to do, like no commitments, what would be your ideal free day?
Oh, that's my Saturday. I look forward to Saturday every single week. I wake up, or I let myself sleep a little bit, definitely not 6 a.m. on a Saturday. I wake up, I'll go to a hot yoga class, come home, make some breakfast, maybe go to the farmer's market.
Oh yeah, by the way, any recommendations of farmer markets?
Legends Park I love here.
Oh, me too, I go there too.
Legends Park is great just because I have like my vendors that I go to. I know I pick up my local meat, my eggs, my vegetables.
So you don't shop in big stores like Whole?
I do. No, I do. Of course, I feel like you need so many groceries nowadays. So I need a mix of both. But when it comes to my meat, my seafood, my dairy, my eggs, those are the things that I really care about the quality.
Yeah.
So I either find sources online that I will order online and ship them in, or I'll go to the farmer's market.
So let's talk about fashion. Do you like fashion? What is your favorite brand?
Oh, favorite brand? I'm into fashion. I like simple, classic fashion.
I see.
For me, I'm just very much like, I'm a jeans and a t-shirt girl. I love a sneaker, a Blue Scarpa sneaker. Shout out my fiance. But I love a sneaker. I like a good pair of fitted jeans, a tank top, a t-shirt, or a blazer. I like simple fashion. As far as like my favorite brands go, I love Anine Bing, Isabel Marant. Just simple, classic fashion. Maybe like Ralph Lauren. I love Ralph Lauren.
Oh, me too. You're totally the look of Ralph Lauren, actually.
That's kind of the vibe I go for.
Right.
Just like timeless, right?
Yeah, timeless.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's my like life. I'm not a big brands girl. No.
Even though you
I spend more money on food.
On food, really?
Definitely. Supplements, food, beauty treatments.
Do you see yourself being a mom anytime soon?
I do, yeah. Hopefully after we get married.
Oh, what about you? You grew up in a big family or not?
I have 2 siblings, yeah. I have a brother who's 20, so he's a baby. And I have a sister who's 27.
All of them in Canada?
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, they're coming to the wedding, I hope.
Of course.
Yeah.
No,
nobody wants to move to Miami to be closer to
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I'm the one that kind of left. But I go back very often. I go back like every 2 months.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, I go back often. My sister has 2 daughters now, so I have 2 nieces. So it's very important to me to still be like present in their life. I love them to death, so.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So my skin routine has changed recently over the years as I've been learning about skincare, natural products versus active products. But few places in Miami that I go see Acne Facials by Marissa. She's amazing for like facials and hydrofacials. I go see Paula. It's at Azala Med Spa in the Grove. They're amazing. They really know what they're doing. She knows what she's doing. Anything like anti-aging, lasers, microneedling, all the things to help you feel youthful and your best.
You meditate?
I do meditate. Yeah, I'm actually certified in meditation and breathwork.
Oh my God, you're certified in so many things. But I think that's what lead you to have your brand. You know, when you learn so many things and then you put
That is what I tell people all the time when you're trying to figure out your passion. So I think that's a number, like people, how did you find your passion? Like, how do I find my passion? And you just have to try a million different things.
Yes, and then see where you
end up. Because I got certified to be a health coach. I was a health coach for a little bit, but it wasn't my passion. I didn't really like feel passionate about working one-on-one with people, but I took that education, I took that knowledge and everything I learned, and that has helped me grow my business now.
Yeah.
And the breathwork and the meditation, that's something that I use in my personal life, and I've been able to utilize it in events that I do around Miami, where if we do an event, I'll lead a meditation, you know, and then I'll go into talking about my products. So it's, you know, having more things under your belt gives you more things to talk about.
Absolutely.
And learning as you go. So just try things, get certified in things, because you'll always have something to take away that'll lead you into the next thing, you know?
Yeah, that's a great advice.
Yeah.
If you want to leave one message to the world, what it could be?
One message to the world, what would it be? I would say, believe in yourself and go for it. I mean, act first, think later, especially when it comes to business. You just got to jump and you just got to go for it and kind of figure it out as you go, because that's how you make dreams happen. I think if you
overthink it
and you keep like saying you're going to do it one day, you're going to do it one day, that one day is going to come. So you just got to go for it.
Yeah. What about you? If you look back 10 years when you was younger, what advice would you give it to yourself?
I think the same. I think believe in yourself.
You didn't believe in yourself. You were a model.
Yeah, I'd say don't dim your sparkle. You know, I think there's a lot of pressure from outside people to act a certain way, to be a certain way, especially from a modeling background, from girls in high school to girls in college who, you know, put these limitations on you and these judgments on you for being who you are and authentically yourself. And I think that's your superpower. You know, you are all individually unique and have our strengths, and I think that my strength, you know, was dimmed a lot by other people's opinions and the way they expected me to be, and I finally feel like, well, I've had it back for a while, but you know, getting your sparkle back makes you who you are and successful. So don't dim your sparkle for anyone, be you and believe in yourself.
And for you, is it you're easily connecting with people?
I do, yeah. I love connecting with people. I love talking to people. I've always been a big extrovert. Recently, I'm a little bit more of an introvert. I think I'm like an extroverted introvert when I'm around the right people, when I connect with the right people. But I love connecting with people. I like connecting with like-minded people, people who share the same passions as me, where a conversation just kind of flows about health and wellness, especially. I could talk for hours and hours about it, sometimes give unsolicited advice to people.
Me too.
Yeah. Like, did you know that's toxic? But
Yeah. And then they're like, what? And actually, it's not. Oh, yeah, I always say to Faith, oh, don't eat this. Yesterday, we went for tacos, and she got the taco, and I skipped.
Sometimes I just say it in my head, and I'm like, don't say that right now, even though you want to say it.
Like, because we want to make the world better, right?
But I think it can come off like a little know-it-all. Or like, you know, sometimes you're just like, I'm just saying, like, you know, not like you don't have to do it, but like, did you know?
Yeah. So we're the same, but it's okay. It's okay. It's better than we keep all the secrets to ourselves.
Yeah, you gotta teach.
We're gonna split.
Or everyone's gonna call me bad news bears, like my fiance, if I do it to everybody.
Yeah, and don't miss opportunities. Don't sit at home. Go out and meet people, talk to people, and
make magic happen.
Make magic happen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram at Chelcie May or at SeraMattina and www.seramattina.com. They'll all be below in the caption.